We are starting off dry and with warmer temperatures. We have 45 degrees here in Indy right now, 44 in Chicago. A little bit of cloud cover out there at the moment, but we are going to see a lot of sunshine this weekend. Great for traveling. I'll look at your forecast.
We do believe that this was isolated and is not random in nature.
2 people dead this morning after obvious signs of trauma. I'm Alexa Green. What we know about the incident and why police right now say no one else is in danger.
And a mother mourning the loss of her daughter is hoping to make the holiday brighter for others. The family tradition that Anna Williams is carrying on in honor of her daughter, Abby. Fox 59 Morning News starts now.
It's like I've lost her all over again. It's a different kind of grieving process.
Also this, a thief breaks into a woman's car, stealing one of her most treasured items, her best friend's ashes. We'll have the message that she has this morning for whoever took them.
From Indiana's #1 news source, this is Fox 59 Morning News.
It is 7 o'clock on this Saturday morning, Small Business Saturday. So if you didn't get your shopping done yesterday, today the weather is going to cooperate if you want to go shopping or really whatever you want to do today. Thanks for starting your Saturday here with us. I'm Jessica Hayes.
And I'm Zach Myers. Maybe you braved the crowds at the stores yesterday. Maybe you kind of kept your distance a little bit. I tend to wait a little bit longer, but I know there are a lot of deals.
You did some shopping yesterday.
I did. I did some very precision and focused shopping yesterday.
You had a plan.
I did, and I normally don't do that. I normally just wander around for a long time. I was like, nope, I'm getting this, this, and this. And it wasn't that bad if you didn't mind just walking a ways for parking. Other than that, it was pretty good, but perfect for shopping small today, especially if you're going to be outside, in any of those downtown areas. The weather is going to be great. And we're looking at just a little bit of cloudy skies this morning, but we're already starting to see some clearing in central Indiana. So we have a lot of sunshine on the way today. 45 degrees here in Indy. Our winds have now shifted out of the northwest behind that front, and that's going to draw in a little bit of a cooler air mass, so our temperatures won't be quite as warm later on today. But we are running about 7 to 20 degrees warmer than yesterday morning. 47 in Bloomington, 44 in Shelbyville, even upper 30s in Peru right now. And our winds are going to be pretty breezy out of the northwest today, so that's going to add a bit of a chill to the air. Temperatures, though, still above normal in the lower 50s. Tomorrow looking great as well. All of that coming up.
Brittany, thanks a lot. Developing right now, police still investigating after 2 people were found dead in a home on the city's south side.
We want to get right to our Alexa Green, who's live in the newsroom. Alexa, you got some new information in from police this morning, specifically about the victims here.
Yeah, that's right, Jessica and Zach. We know 2 women are dead this morning. A preliminary police report says those victims are a 28-year-old and a 20-year-old. Now, this all happening last night at a home on Stone Mill Drive. That's near I-65 and Southport Road. Now, that report also says a third party, a 58-year-old man, he was the one that made that 911 call after discovering the 2 inside that home just before 5:30 last night. Now, detectives on the scene said those victims suffered some sort of trauma, but wouldn't say exactly what that was. As of this morning, though, police say they are confident no one else is in danger.
But what we can say with certainty is that we aren't looking for anybody. There isn't a lone person out here terrorizing the community, and we do believe that this was isolated and is not random in nature.
Now, homicide detectives were called out to the scene, which is standard protocol for a death investigation like this. They have not yet determined if this was a homicide and tell us they are still in the very early stages of this investigation. Now, as of this morning, Indianapolis has had 144 homicides just this year. That is 5 shy of last year's all-time record of 149 murders. Again, this death investigation has not been ruled a homicide. Now, we have reached out to police this morning for an update, and we'll bring you the very latest as that becomes available. In the newsroom, Alexa Green, Fox 59 News.
New information now on a deadly armed robbery at a Fort Wayne gas station. Fort Wayne police say they found and arrested the man who shot and killed the clerk. They arrested 21-year-old Victor Rivera just a few hours after posting these photos from inside that gas station at a Meijer store. Police say another employee was in the gas station at the time but wasn't hurt.
A crime tracker alert this morning. Thieves target a South Side church, stealing tires right off the cars that were in the parking lot there. Police say this happened during a service at Southport Presbyterian. Surveillance cameras there were able to capture some images of the thieves who seemed to target large SUVs in the lot. Police say similar incidents have taken place around the area. So now this church says they plan to start having people watch the lot during services, handing out special locking lug nuts. A Carroll County woman is pleading for the return of her best friend's ashes after they were stolen right out of her car. This break-in comes as the Sheriff's Department and Flora Police are investigating several burglaries in that same area. Tracy Bookmiller says she's kept her friend Helen's ashes with her for 18 years. But last week when she got into her car, she realized it had been ransacked and the ashes were gone.
For 18 years, I've carried Helen with me everywhere I go. I never thought that something so priceless could be taken from me.
Police say they've arrested 4 people for recent burglaries in that area. Tracy said she just wants the ashes back, no questions asked.
3 burglars busted for stealing from a Fortville home, and it's all thanks to a watchful neighbor. Anthony Martin and Felicia Stanley are both facing felony burglary and theft charges now. A 3rd suspect is still on the run. Angie Long is in the process of moving, and since she isn't home most of the time, she asked her next-door neighbor to keep an eye on the place. Well, that neighbor caught those thieves stealing thousands of dollars worth of electronics from her home. He called 911 and actually had a conversation with one of the burglars before they took off.
And I said, "What are you doing here?" And he said, "Well, she asked me to check on the house." And I said, "Well, that's kind of funny because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. It's not that hard to look out for one another. I mean, we're all on the same planet. You put your pants on the same way I do every morning, so it doesn't matter."
Detectives were able to track the serial numbers of some of those electronics to a pawn shop. Police say this serves as a reminder if you're leaving town, ask a neighbor to watch over your property just to be safe.
The mother of one of the 2 teenagers killed on a trail in Delphi earlier this year said she hopes to make the holidays brighter for other children here in central Indiana. Abby Williams' mom is continuing her family's tradition of participating in what's called Operation Christmas Child. In the past, they filled 8 to 10 shoe boxes, but this year the family is teaming up with the Abby's Angels organization and a healthcare company to fill more than 300 boxes. The boxes are filled with everything from school supplies to hygiene items, and then they'll be shipped to children around the world. Anna Williams says the holidays are a difficult time, but Abby loved helping people in need, so they're keeping that tradition alive.
It's not getting any easier. It's not. We are thankful to the community, and we are thankful for the family that we have. And we're not especially looking forward to Christmas this year, but for our girls to be where they are with the Lord in heaven, we have to have Christmas.
Next year, that group says they want to make the most of these boxes so they can send a variety of items to these areas.
Indiana State Police continue their increased patrols this holiday weekend. They're cracking down on speeders and drunk and impaired drivers. As people head in and out of town, the troopers out there are conducting saturation patrols around the state. They're focusing on target areas known to have problems in the past.
We really hope that we can target and intercept those aggressive drivers before they cause a crash or crash themselves. Whether they do that because they're being safe or because they're out of fear of getting a ticket, either way we win and our roads become safer.
More than 50 million people around the country are expected to travel this weekend. Big changes are on the way as FCC plans to roll back net neutrality rules.
So this can be confusing. We'll break down what this means and how you could be affected.
And you may call it the sisterhood of the first daughters. Why Chelsea Clinton and Ivanka Trump are offering their support to the Obamas.
And we are looking at great travel weather not only today, but right through the weekend. A lot of sunshine on the way, and a cold front has moved through this morning. I'll tell you how that's going to impact your temperatures this afternoon coming up.